Good afternoon, fans, and welcome out to Cochrane Stadium here on the campus of Bowling Green State University for today's match between the University of Toledo and your Bowling Green State University Falcons. Our officials for this afternoon's match are referee Stephen Milhouse, assistant referees Tim Surrey, Alan Mollier, and Noah Hartman. And at this time, we introduce to you the starting lineup for this afternoon's match. First for the Toledo Rockets of the University of Toledo. In goal is number 0, Emma Butterworth. Number 6, Riley Michael. Number 11, Betsy Luke. Number 13, Claire DeHillen. Number 14, Steve Curtis. Number 15, Ashley Castle. Number 16, Mojo Manali. Number 20, Columbia Gold. Number 26, Sissy Novak. Number 32, Ellie Poole. And number 33, Katina Schultz. Head coach of the Rockets is TJ Buchholz. The assistant coaches are Paul Smith, Caitlin Cunningham, and Olivia Young.
Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up.
Here's the starting lineup for your Bowling Green State University Falcons. In goal, a redshirt junior from New Berlin, Wisconsin, number 0, Lily Burr. A junior midfielder from Hunter in the Netherlands, number 2, Josmine Dijsselhoff. Junior midfielder out of Greenville, Ohio, number 8, Katie Cox. And forward, a graduate student out of Greenville, Ohio, number 9, Nikki Cox. A senior midfielder from London, England, number 10, Ruby Linton. A sophomore forward from Lexington, Ohio, number 11, Lacey Bethet. At defense, a graduate student from Castle Rock, Colorado, number 15, Rachel Muller. A senior midfielder from Macomb, Michigan, number 20, Mackenzie Ruber. A junior defender from Upper Arlington, Ohio, number 21, Audrey Shea. And forward graduate student out of Kenton, Michigan, number 29, Manny Wolfbauer. And freshman midfielder out of DeWitt, Michigan, number 30, Isabel Gilmore. Director of Soccer Operations, Bernie Compton. Assistant coaches for the Falcons, Taylor Clark, Scott Riffler, and Eric Vandermeulen. And in his second season as the home of the Orange and Brown is head coach, Jimmy Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time that you please rise for the presentation of the colors. Our colors are being presented this afternoon by members of Air Force ROTC Detachment 620 here at Bowling Green State University. And at this time, we ask that you please remain standing as we honor America, as well as all those who have served, those who are serving, and those who will be serving in our armed forces with the playing of our national anthem.
5-3-2 in conference play. They're battling to stay in the playoff picture, while the Falcons, at a conference record of 7-2-1, are still in the hunt for a regular season title. They've got an outside shot at that, but they're really looking toward the first round bye. We're underway here. Falcons' first possession of the game. And the most notable thing for the Bowling Green Falcons is they're missing a starter that has started every single game for the Falcons this year. Kenna White not able to go for the Falcons today. Ruby Linton starting in her place. Rockets trying to push down toward the box. Stitch Curry with the ball back toward the middle. Pass outside for Betsy Luke. Down in the corner, trying to get around Bethea. Bethea uses the speed to take the ball, but out of play off of Bethea. It'll be a Rocket throw-in. Toward the box. Nice job by Mojo Medali. Across, other corner, Dieselhoff going to clear it away. Upfield, Toledo will get it on the back line. McKenna Schultz back forward for the Rockets. They'll continue to work that far sideline, now coming back toward the box. Dieselhoff pokes it back to Muller. Sixth-year senior, spent all 6 in a Falcon uniform. And when talking to Rachel Muller before the game, I said, you know, this could finally be your last game here. And she said, I hope not. A player that's been big for Bowling Green throughout her career, been through a lot, a couple of leg injuries, but it's been very good for the Falcons this year. Nikki Cox out near midfield, forward to Ruber, on a run, trying to seal the corner. Gets around Luke, but out of play it'll go. And it'll be a goal kick for Emma Butterwick. Butterwick averaging just over a half a goal allowed per game. Her numbers not only been impressive in the Mid-American Conference, but across collegiate soccer. Out of play, it'll be a throw-in for Luke. Dalt has it. Tries to turn upfield, ball into the stands. Bowling Green will get the throw in. Gruber looking for Wolfbauer. She'll get it right back. Laid into empty space in the middle where Toledo takes it away. Cahalan looked forward. Katie and Nikki Cox both with a touch. Katie now working outside. There's Ruby Linton in front of the MAC championship banners, as well as NCAA appearances for the Falcons. Throw-in Rockets comes out to midfield off a touch where Dieselhoff able to once again try to mount an offensive attack for Bowling Green. On a clearing attempt, it goes off of Wolfbauer. It'll be a goal kick again for Butterwick. Rockets move it across midfield. Muller dumped it off back to Shea. Trying to go forward. Rockets there again. Castle back to Cahalan. Ellie Poole. Dieselhoff, nice job there to take it away from Poole. Rockets will retain possession. Using the back line, Luke, nice job to step around Bethea. Now the Rockets working the ball across midfield. Luke going to get it back from Castle. 11 defended by 11 with Luke and Bethea. Ball still in near the sideline. It'll go out off of Bethea. Throw in for the Rockets. Carrying their attacking third, trying to push toward the box. Toward the middle, into the box. Deiselhoff shields off Poole and Berg. What a call. Pryor brings the ball back out for free kick. Wolfbauer tries to redirect to the outside for Bethea. Can't use the speed. Nice footwork by Luke to keep the ball for Toledo. Outside Ashton Castle. Closed in on and defended by Isabel Gilmore. Out of play off Betsy Luke. Throw in Falcons. Gruber trying to get Wolfbauer open. Double teamed, she had to go to Bethea instead. It doesn't work out for Bowling Green. Rockets have it. Ditch Curry pass back to Betsy Luke. Nikki Cox able to take it away. Younger sister Katie across midfield. Outside to Linton. Foul going to be called there. Free kick coming for the Falcons. Looks like it's going to be taken by Ruber. Five players at the top of the box, near side for Bowling Green. Sent in by Ruber. Backside over the head of Shea. Out of play it went. Wolfbauer following the goal kick. Toledo out across midfield. Shea has to play it away quickly. It'll end up out of play. Another throw in for Luke. Gilmore caught it with a head. The throw in will move up about 20 yards. Same thing again for Toledo. This time they'll get it on the ground quick. Nikki Cox able to take it away, back to Gilmore. Now Muller out of the center back position. Goes out to her left to Deiselhoff. Working in front of the Falcons bench, finds Wolfbauer. Back outside to Katie Cox, now forward, there's Linton. Nikki Cox in the middle, incidental contact, but Cox keeps on her feet. Wanted to go outside to Linton, deflected away. Right back at Cox. To the top of the box towards Wolfbauer. Back to Katie Cox. Now Bethea. Tried to work back toward the middle. Gilmore comes in and keeps the ball for Bowling Green. Bethea once again now gets around Luke, her defender, toward the middle. Left it in some empty space. Toledo able to push the ball back out. Out of play it'll go. Throw in for Ruber. Downfield instead of upfield. Off to Gilmore. Ruber trying to seal the corner. Played in along the end line. Out of play. Off of Sissy Novak. First corner of the game for Bowling Green. And Josmine Dijsselhoff going to fulfill the duties out of the southwest corner. Dijsselhoff going to be working into the wind. Backside. Wolfbauer got a touch. Toledo clears it away. Out of play it goes. Falcons will have to reset with a throw-in. Linton to Dijsselhoff, caught it with the top of her foot. Back out of play. This time the Rockets will throw in. Battle for possession ends up on the feet of Nikki Cox. Lofted into the corner, too far out in front for Linton to make a run. Out along the end. Goal kick coming. Muller on the ground toward Katie Cox. Toledo able to take it away for the moment. Nikki Cox played it forward. Butterwick standing at the top of the box, able to collect it with ease. Nikki Cox gets it back after an initial pass from Wolfbauer. Wanted to go forward to Bethea, but too far out in front with too much on it. Dijsselhoff into Katie Cox. Rockets get it back. Back and forth battle for possession. Both teams with touches. And the Rockets will finally play it out across midfield, where it'll go out of play and the Falcons will have to start over. Dijsselhoff downfield to Muller. Forward to Nikki Cox, touched out by Claire Cahalan. Now Toledo in the middle, played forward. Stitch Curry. Trying to get around Shea and Ruber, couldn't do it. Went to the ground. Toledo fans looking for a foul call on Audrey Shea, didn't get one. Berg with a goal kick out across midfield. Ruber forward. Nikki Cox has it. She's got Bethea with her. Deflected out of play by Luke. 15 minutes gone by now here. Right back out of play. Ruber will throw in once again. Into Gilmore this time. Toward the middle. Butterwick dives on it as Linton was too far away to be able to get there in stride. Butterwick's kick high and wide, out of play. Castle in the middle. Picked up by Katie Cox outside. Betsy Luke. Looking for a teammate. She'll settle for Sissy Novak along the back line. Now Luke gets it back through the middle. Good footwork to get around Ruby Linton. Pass off to Dult. Shot. And Berg steps in the way. Out across midfield, collected by Bethay. Tried to leave it for Nikki Cox on the outside. And Riley Michaels plays it out. Dieselhoff gonna have to throw in right in front of the Rocket bench. To Wolfbauer. Nice job defensively by Toledo. Be another throw in for Bowling Green. Dieselhoff into Wolfbauer once again. Throw in Rockets. Continued defensive pressure wins the Rockets the possession. Haley Josephov in for the Rockets. Cox looking for Linton all the way forward. Linton goes to the ground, foul called. Free kick coming for the Falcons. Nikki Cox and Maddie Wolfbauer having a discussion. And that'll leave Wolfbauer back with Dieselhoff. And Cox will play over about 10 yards further toward the middle. Wolfbauer, shot. Butterwick, diving stop. Initially, it stayed right out, just extended from her hands. But Butterwick able to recollect. And that's why her goals allowed average is so low. Plays just like that one. A really nice diving stop. Falcons not going to let her get any rest. Ball right back into the box. Butterwick scoops it up once again. Linton turns outside, wanted Ruber. Curry was there, forward for the Rockets. Curry back to recollect, toward the middle. Still loose in the box. And Gilmore sends it out of play. Josefov throws into the box. Again, last touch before going out of play. Off Gilmore. In the box. Back out. Josefov toward the top of the box, deflected away by Katie Cox. Cox gets it back following a touch from Wolfbauer. Goes to her older sister, Nikki. Wanted to find Bethea, couldn't do so. Michaels was there. Now toward the middle. Attempted a shot. Sliding save there from Ruber to prevent the shot. Toledo does still have possession. Ashton Castle. Ball went into the middle. Touched by Shea. Back out. Cox forward. Bethea gets around the defense with the ball carried all the way down to the other end, and Butterwick was able to scoop it up in the corner of the box. Linton, nice job to step in the way of Betsy Luke that time. Gilmore to Katie Cox. Taken down in the middle. Official right on top of it. That was an easy foul call that time. Some of the ones prior have been a little bit questionable, but a clear foul there as Cox went to the turf. Free kick for Shea. Into the box. Heavy presence from Toledo, and a shot from Wolfbauer goes wide.
Substitution into the game for Toledo, number 18,
Marcy Clark. In for the Rockets. Bowling Green yet to make a substitution. Deiselhoff gets it back following the throw into Wolfbauer. Toledo takes it away for a moment. Falcons get it back. Muller now to Shea as they'll go from far side to near side, but Shea's pass, a lot of leg behind it and out of play.
Thank you.
Josefov couldn't get around Gilmore. Katie Cox continued to work forward before the pass to Bethea. Deiselhoff just over the head of Wolfbauer. Toledo able to collect it along their back line. Now forward across midfield. Shea laid it out. Eased the pressure for the Falcons. And Marcy Clark will throw in for Toledo. Right back, now forward. There's Curry. Picked up by Ruber. Clark now. Foul called this time on Ruber. Ashton Castle ended up in the grass. Free kick Rockets. McKenna Schultz catches it on the wide side of her foot. Able to get it back. Buffet deflected it away. Forward pass into the box. Berg scoops it up off a hop. Clark shielding off Linton. Throw in Toledo. Clark tried to go to Josephov. Gilmore outside for Linton. Poked away by Clark. Corner kick for Bowling Green. Dieselhoff once again. Dieselhoff had a corner from the same spot earlier. Traveled maybe just a little bit long for the Falcons to be able to capitalize. This time, backside again, loose in the box. Nice job by the Rockets to force it away. Ellie Poole collects it. Working up the sideline with Dolt. Now in the middle. Muller back forward for Bowling Green. Gruber near the top of the box. And a back and forth possession battle is what we've seen most of the game. It continues. Foul called on Castle. Wolfbauer and Dieselhoff set up for the free kick once again. Shot from Wolfbauer. Well high. Falcons will now make 3 substitutions. Maya Dean, Madison Alberti, and Jaden Frigerio. All come in for Bowling Green. Frigerio enters the contest, just her 7th match of the year. And she'll see significant time in this one per the absence of Kenna White. Toledo looking now to attack following the Bowling Green free kick. Out of play from Castle.
Substitution into the game for the Rockets, number 21, Grace Tursky, in the game for number 15.
Grace Tursky in for the Rockets. And the Rockets with a homegrown player in Grace Tursky. Grew up in the Toledo area, played soccer, high school locally at Toledo St. Ursula. Nikki Cox forward. Outside. Frigerio in a foot race. Alongside Clark. Frigerio has it. Still in along the sideline, nearing the corner. Out of play off of Clark. It'll be a throw in Falcons. Gruber into Wolfbauer. Deflected out of play by Toledo. Gruber will have to throw in again. Shea now to Muller. Dean back to Dieselhoff for Bowling Green. Back and forth exchange. Now Shea lofted in toward the middle. Just over Wolfbauer. Still loose near the top of the box. And now Toledo will get it out. Tursky goes forward. Out of play. Gruber throw in, taken away by Curry. Muller clears for Bowling Green. Out of play off Clark. It'll be a throw in for Bowling Green. And the throw in will come from Zoe Hudson, checking in for Mackenzie Gruber. Hudson just on the attacking side of midfield for Bowling Green. Foul on Wolfbauer. Rogerio now in the middle to Nikki Cox. She'll use all the green space she can have. Closed in from Cahalan. Nikki Cox recollects. Back to Gilmore, now Dean. Gilmore once again. Outside for Frigerio. Lost the ball. Throw in Rockets. Marcy Clark upfield. Falcons take it away. Hudson throws in again. Wolfbauer back to Muller. Falcons haven't had success working through the near side. They'll try the far side now instead. Rockets take it away again. Cahalan picked up by Dean. Now help from Alberti. Off of Dean and Cahalan. They'll say last touched by Toledo. Dean forward to Wolfbauer. Redirected via the header to Nikki Cox. Frigerio has space. Toward the middle. Nice job by McKenna Schultz to play it away from Maddie Wolfbauer. Out of play, corner kick Bowling Green.
Corner kick, Bowling Green.
Played in by Dieselhoff, near side. It carries into the side of the netting. No chance for a second touch there from Bowling Green.
Substitutions into the game for Toledo, number 17, Brittany Probst, in the game for number 9, Kaylee Josephoff. Also number 25, Emily Mann, in the game for
Brittany
number
Probst
20,
and Emily Mann in for Toledo. Both teams continue to cycle in fresh legs, down under 10 minutes to play here in the first half. Gilmore through the middle. Outside intended for Alberti, pass wide and out of play. Thrown in. Foul called on Bowling Green. Free kick Toledo. Riley Michaels, nice job to take it away from Nikki Cox. Foul called on Bowling Green, and Toledo will have some free space to try to start an attack here. Free kick taken by Novak into the box. Then a foul called on Toledo. Emily Mann called for the foul in the box. Allows Lily Berg to play it out. Toledo quickly back on the attack. Bowling Green, Alberti wanted to go back to Dean. Allie Poole was there. Out of play, it'll stay with Bowling Green. Very physical contest here early. Rivalry game. Outside. Clark. Taken away by Nikki Cox. Deflected by Cahalan. Toledo still has it. Nikki Cox with it for Bowling Green. Deflected away by Novak. Gilmore toward the middle. Rogerio wanted to look to Alberti. Ball travels back to Shea. Top of the box, no one there to help Rogerio following her touch. And Now the Rockets will work out of the center circle. Forward. Shea pushes it back out. Rockets have it in stride. Man picked up by Gilmore. She'll pass back to Clark. Clark looking to the far side of the field for Poole. Dieselhoff, a strong defender, stands tall. Toledo had it momentarily before it was deflected out by Nikki Cox. Toledo throw in, and Anita Mancini in for the Rockets. Tursky trying to get around Alberti. Advantage goes to Alberti that time. Shea up to Frigerio, taken away by Clark. Shea up to Nikki Cox, deflected out by Novak. Out of play. Throw in Toledo. Upfield into the middle. Out of play off the foot of the Rockets. Hudson in for Bowling Green. Gets it back after the initial throw in to Wolfbauer. Again, we see the battle for possession, this time going with Toledo. And right back to Bowling Green. Out of play, last touch by Hudson. Clark throws in for Toledo. Both teams trying to find our initial goal here in the last 2 minutes of the first half. Nikki Cox to Maya Dean in open space. Alberti back to Dean. Outside, Dieselhoff's there. Muller to Gilmore. Out of play. Ball one on a touch from Maya Dean. Nikki Cox goes to the ground. Under 60 seconds to play. Shea gonna get a free kick. That may initiate the final attack of the first half. 35 seconds, Shea into the box. Toledo plays it out. Along the side, it'll be a throw in for Hudson. Bowling Green up tempo, trying to move quick. Into the box. And it carries out along the end. Butterwick will go back to pick it up, but that's going to do it for the end of half number one. And stick around, we're going to get to hear more about some of the other games around the Mid-American Conference as Matt Jarrett going to take over and tell us what the other games have been like so far through half number one. And he's going to tell us what the implications mean from each game and how it could affect the standings at the end of the day. We'll be back shortly for half number two, but stay here for the halftime show coming up next.
Colleges and universities are no longer accepting just a student. We are accepting an entire support network and family unit with them. How do we engage and leverage our families to be supporters and partners so their students can be more successful inside and outside the classroom? Parent Family New Student Connections was created and established in November 2020 to provide support, communication, advocacy, education for our families. We're not asking our families to drop them off and leave. We're actually saying, be a partner. One of our favorite new initiatives is during move-in weekend, we've hosted a tassel ceremony where we have given our families a tassel, which is a promise from the institution that their voice and presence and support and partnership will make the difference in helping their students be successful. As we evolve as a department, one of the ways that we want to activate our current families is creating a parent council. Having voices of current families advise our department, we are working towards the same goal, which is retaining and graduating our students.
Thank you all for being here today. You are here because you made the decision to be collegiate student athletes. So clap it up for yourselves. So let me ask you a question. Raise your hand if you want to win a conference championship. Raise your hand if you want to win a national championship. National championship. Keep your hands up if you're willing to wake up 4:30 in the morning for mandatory workouts. Those hands will go down because not everyone's willing to make those sacrifices. Keep your hands up if you're willing to put student first. All the responsibilities that it takes to be a student athlete. Are you up for that challenge? The lifelong friends that you will make, the failed attempts that you will learn from, the education that you will earn will all develop you for life after sports. So I'll ask you, are you willing to compete? Are you willing to execute? And are you willing to be a leader? Are you ready?
Hello everyone, back at the halftime show, Toledo Bowling Green, a 0-0 draw going into the half. Matt Jarrett here with your update. Throughout the MAC conference, Toledo, of course, Bowling Green tying 0-0, Akron Buffalo tying 0-0, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan 0-0, Kent State, Ohio 0-0, and of course last game, Miami, Ball State also 0-0. So it's all draws going into the half, except for Miami Ball State that are still playing with about a minute and a half to go. Of course, implications on this game, Bowling Green's already qualified for the MAC tournament, which will start on October 31st on Sunday. Things about Toledo, they have to win or tie to move on, right? And they will qualify also if they lose and Central Michigan loses or ties to Eastern Michigan. If Central Michigan does win, they have to root for Miami loss or tied to Ball State, which, like we said, that game is still underway. Terrible conditions currently in Muncie, Indiana. And if all that fails, everything goes wrong, Toledo will be eliminated from the MAC conference, and their season will end here in Bowling Green. Big talking points, of course, this game is the biggest game throughout the tournament's games today. Big opportunities on both sides. Matty Wolfbauer, 10 goals, had a couple opportunities, and 13 combined assists for Kennedy White and Nikki Cox. Of course, Kennedy White not seeing the field today due to injury, so Ruby Linton and Lacey Bethea taking over. In Kent State, Ohio, for the first place finish, or could be Bowling Green's first place finish. Kent State playing a little more open against Ohio. Ohio playing more defensively, understanding that they of course, need a goal, but they don't want to give up a goal in the process. Miami Ball State, mostly been Ball State that game, trying to push forward and get an early goal, or a late goal in that matter. Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan, been a fairly even game. And Akron Buffalo really playing for nothing on the table. Buffalo qualified for the tournament as well. It's mostly Akron that game, going out on top. Now, of course, if Bowling Green beats Toledo, they will clinch no worse than second place in a first round bye. And they'll be back here in Cochrane Stadium November 4th. Now, if Kent State and Ohio tie, Bowling Green will take that first place in the standings and will host the entire tournament here in Bowling Green. If it does not end a tie, Kent State and Ohio, Bowling Green would finish in second place behind the Kent State or Ohio winner. Currently, it is Kent State in first place in the standings due to the tiebreakers and etc. goals scored, goals against. Now, if this game ends as a draw, which it is right now, of course, we'd have to go through 10 extra minutes of extra time to finally find it 0 goals, 1 goals, 2 goals, whatever that may be. Bowling Green will get the second seed. If Ohio beats Kent State, Bowling Green has the tiebreaker with Kent State based off the head-to-head 3-2 win a couple weeks ago in Kent State. If Kent State beats Ohio, Bowling Green will remain the second seed. But Bowling Green would be tied with Ohio, but Bowling Green have the goal differential with 12/10. And if Bowling Green ties to Toledo and Kent State and Ohio ties, Bowling Green will be in a third place. And if worse comes to worse, Bowling Green loses here today to Toledo. They'll be the third seed, and they'll host a sixth seed on Sunday. So lots to play for here in the second half, 45 minutes down, 45 to go. But it's been a quite thrilling day on this Thursday afternoon. With only one more game to play, Northern Illinois, Western Michigan, both 5 wins each, respectively. We got 45 minutes to go here in Cochrane Stadium. We'll find out who takes first place, who takes second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, who will book their tickets to the MAC Conference. We'll be back with you in a couple moments for the second half. Matt Jarrett will keep you posted throughout the game of goals and more play-by-play. Brendan Lowe will join you in the second half for Matt Jarrett. Thank you for tuning in. We'll have a second half in about 7 minutes.
My major does not define me.
I'll probably be working jobs that don't exist yet.
I want a fulfilling career and to make a difference.
A rewarding life starts with being true to yourself, then taking action. Our design coaches help identify what empowers you so you can think big, try boldly, and stay curious.
A BGSU education is bigger than a degree.
It's a toolkit
For a life of purpose.
I think education changed dramatically through the pandemic.
We saw teachers being incredibly creative and reaching out to one another to network for ideas to keep students engaged and still learning.
Our commitment was to make sure that people were educated, to do it in a safe environment. One faculty member brought a camper and parked outside to meet students there.
We could space out and do the office hours in a socially distanced, safe manner. And I just wanted to let my students know that I'm a real person outside of the Zoom box.
For a lot of faculty, this was the first time they've been teaching online, but for faculty in our college, we've had robust online programming for years. And they became really great resources. Starting in the spring of 2020, we worked with local school districts to organize these academic enrichment camps. Our faculty, staff, and students, we made a difference in people's lives, and I think that's what a public university for the public good should be about.
So my name is Sadia Azmi, and I'm from Mumbai, India, and my major is psychology. BGSU was my choice because I did a lot of research and I applied to quite a few universities and I got through them too. But BGSU's program for IO is ranked really highly, actually ranked number 3 in the country. And so it was an easy choice. So when I got here, you have to understand that I'm coming from Mumbai, which is just kind of called the New York of India. And so it was a big, busy city, and coming to Bowling Green was like, whoa, like what century, something has changed here. Initially, it was a little bit of a surprise shock. But then as I got to meet people, you know, I met my advisor here on campus, and then I made friends just living in the dorms. Slowly, I knew nobody when I came to campus, but slowly I made so many friends that within a month or two, it just started feeling great being here. I have volunteered at the ISA, that is the Indian Student Association, and also at a few events of Global Connections, which is a campus come outside organization where they help out international students. And besides that, I just make it a point to attend every other event that I can, you know, be it the Chinese Student Association or the World Student Association or the African American Student Association. All of that just to get to, you know, meet new people, learn new things. So after I finish this semester at BGSU, I'm going back to India to get married. And then I'm coming back in January. I have this internship that I have planned for the next semester. Probably I will be continuing with the internship that I'm doing right now. And then I will also be taking my GREs and then applying to schools for my PhD program. I would definitely recommend BGSU to students. My opinions, my views were really, really valued here. And especially for international students, because you bring a different perspective. I have observed that professors and, you know, teachers on campus here really value that. So like, you know, in class I would be asked, what is your opinion? Like, and in a very nice way, like not like in an outsider, oh, you know, what do you think kind of thing. And also, it has been just a great learning experience and definitely recommending it.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Justice will not be served until those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are.
You don't know what you don't know, but at the same time, you have to be sensitive about the different things that are going on in people's lives.
We're all struggling and we're all fighting a battle, and we have to figure out how to build that bridge.
My definition of a frontline Falcon is somebody who works in a discipline that provides services to people when they're very vulnerable.
They are there every single day taking care of our loved ones when we can't.
Early on in the pandemic, it was clear to me that our students and faculty were going to need to be out on the front lines working. Our medical laboratory sciences students participated in COVID testing as soon as COVID testing was possible. Our long-term care administration students and alums provided very compassionate care to people who were isolated and alone. Our nursing graduates got out into the workforce a month earlier than they would normally be.
Our graduates were able to enter the workforce on a temporary nursing license, and those graduates hit the floor running. The School of Nursing began in July of 2020, and it was really a fitting time in history to create a nursing program to help increase the demand.
There's many, many ways that the disciplines in the College of Health and Human Services rapidly made adjustments and began delivering services to the community.
We thank you for answering the call to come to this profession, and we thank you for everything you do day after day.
one half. We're knotted at 0, as it's been a pretty back and forth game, as have most of the matchups around the conference here on the last day of regular season play. Toledo looking to start things off early as they press towards the box. Deiselhoff was there. Rockets able to get it back into the box. Shea will play it down near the sideline. Throw in for Michaels. Out of play, Bowling Green throw in. Deiselhoff. In the middle. Toledo trying to clear the lane for a shot. Gilmore in the way once again. The only fresh. Out of play, well down toward the corner. Toledo going to throw in. Couldn't handle the return pass. Out of play, throw in for Ruber. Into Gilmore. Back toward the middle. To Bethea, deflected away. Near side for Poole. Stride too far out in front, not able to run it down. Throw in eventually winds up at the feet of Ellie Poole. Mojo Medali into the box, shot. Berg to a knee. And she'll scoop it up. Berg played out to near midfield. Toledo using the back line defenders. Out of play, they'll throw in. Poole passing forward. Just outside the edge of the box. Good job by Ruber to shield off an attack. Berg out beyond midfield. Linton back to Deiselhoff. Two of the international players for Bowling Green. Linton from London, England. Deiselhoff from Haddam, the Netherlands. Forward once again for the Rockets. Ruber provides defense. Nikki Cox tried to go forward on the outside for Bethea. Pass ended up too far along the sideline. Bethea didn't make a run at it. Out of play it went. Throw in for the Rockets, and that's who's got the leg up right now. Near side for Toledo. Riley Michaels into the middle for Poole. Continuing it on further into the middle. Castle forward, edge of the box. Dieselhoff turns it away. Handball called on Gilmore. Free kick coming up for Toledo. Clara Cahalan. Cahalan with an approach on the ground. The wall of Dean and Wolfbauer was there. Now near side to Michaels. Caught it on the outside of her foot. Out along the end line it went. Berg short to Shea. Throw in Toledo. Toledo will throw in again. Down inside the 18. Gilmore away. Wolfbauer in command, going to come back across. Poole in front of Dieselhoff. Gruber will just play it out. Thrown in along the far side. Buffet trying to get it out. Both teams continuing to go back and forth. Advantage right now going to Toledo. They've controlled a large part of the time of possession here in the second half through the first 8 minutes gone by. Thrown into Wolfbauer. Back to Ruber. Rockets get it right back. Out of play, goal kick Berg. Foul called on the Falcons. Eastern Michigan and Central Michigan. Eastern took the lead 1-0, but then Central answered back. That game's tied at 1 apiece. Foul called on Wolfbauer. Riley Michaels. Toward the box for Poole. Muller able to tap it it away from Poole, but Toledo's still on the attack. Michaels gets it back. Closed in on by Nikki Cox. She'll take it away. Forward, out of play. Toledo going to make the first substitution of the half. Kaylee Josephov in for Mojo Medali. Rockets try to go upfield. Maya Dean steps in the way of the throw-in. Takes it away for Bowling Green. Poole gets around Muller. Muller gets it back. Dangerous position there for the Falcons to be in. And whatever adjustments the Rockets have made at the break have worked so far. Haven't allowed Bowling Green to really push the ball across midway. Bauer forward to Nikki Cox. Gruber has it. Deflected away. And off of Toledo, Ruber will throw in. To Wolfbauer, back to Shea. Nikki Cox tried to use the outside and turn upfield to Wolfbauer. She went to the ground and the ball out of play. Maya Dean steps in the passing lane. Now the ball carries across midfield for Bowling Green. They'll have a throw in from just about midfield. Ruber to throw in. Nikki Cox tried to find Bethea. Shea will play it all the way back to Berg, just outside the box. Back to Shea. Bethea positioned on the outside. Wolfbauer comes in to help out. Bethea on the outside. Toledo took it away. Foul called on Bethea. Free kick Rockets. All games in the conference remain tied. Central Michigan and Eastern Michigan, the only game that's registered a goal, one apiece for both teams. Bethea tripped up, foul called. Shea lines up for the free kick. Ball bouncing back out. Poole for Toledo. Now Dean for Bowling Green. BG ball. Gilmore looking outside to Dean. Foul called along the side. Gonna go against Kaylee Josephov. Eiselhoff's free kick near the top of the box. A little bit of hesitation. Ruber back in. Nice job there from Michaels and Novak to shield off and allow Butterwick to scoop it up. Bethea uses her speed to come back and recollect the ball for the Falcons. Dean wanted to find Ruber on the outside. Couldn't do so. Good pressure from Toledo. Subs for both teams. Grace Tursky back in for Toledo. And Lindsay Spots in for the first time for Bowling Green. Ruber lofts a pass forward for Spots. Toledo takes it away. Tursky passes it toward the middle. Last touch by Michaels. Deiselhoff will get to throw in. Dean forward. Ball stays outside the box. Butterwick will go out and play it back into the box with her feet where she can pick it up. "63 minutes gone by. We remain scoreless. Michaels upfield into the middle with the throw-in. Josephov looking outside to Poole. Can't get to it before the ball went out of play. Throw-in Bowling Green. Katie Cox coming in for older sister Nikki Cox. Deiselhoff into Katie Cox, fresh off the bench, forward to Wolfbauer. Taken down, foul called on McKenna Schultz. Wolfbauer takes an extra moment to get back to her feet. She'll trot back forward. Back to the front line. Deiselhoff forward. Edge of the box, right to Wolfbauer. Olivia Dalt plays it away for the Rockets. Curry wanted another touch. Ruber turned it back upfield for Bowling Green. Out of play right near midfield. Ruber tried to go into Wolfbauer. Ball deflected away, back to Berg. Quickly out into the middle. Rockets now. Poole went to Dalt. Dalt back to Cahalan. Dean under pressure. Wanted to go to Deiselhoff. Got out of play before Deiselhoff could handle the touch. Michaels to throw in once again for Toledo. Into the middle. Josephov battling with Katie Cox. Foul called on Katie Cox. Novak and Michaels both near the ball. Novak. Maya Dean with the first touch in the box. Spots plays it away. Sub for Toledo, Marcy Clark. In for Riley Michaels. Toledo throwing in front of their bench along the far side. Ball out near the middle. Touch from Spots. Toledo able to take it back. Cahalan around Cox. Forward to Poole. Pass out of play. Dieselhoff into Spots. Back and forth. Muller forward. Clark underneath of it. Out of play. Throw in for Dieselhoff. Foul called on Olivia Dalt. Dieselhoff, free kick into the box. Right near the edge. Wolfbauer tries a look. Too much traffic in front. Gruber back into the box. Spots forward with a header. Ball loose. And a foul called on Wolfbauer. And it's not very often for Bowling Green that we get to see Lindsay Spots and Maddie Wolfbauer on the field at the same time. Spots now outside. Both players normally play the center forward position. But with Kenna White out, Spots playing out wide right now for Bowling Green. Gruber downfield, Maya Dean. Forward to Spots. Outside, it's Katie Cox. Spots goes to the ground, foul called. Dieselhoff over for the free kick. Falcons will likely play this one similar to how they would a corner kick. About 10 yards out from the corner. Official going to walk off 10. Dieselhoff into the box. Toledo deflects it away. Closing the door on another Falcons attack. Poole outside. Dieselhoff coming back to it. Dean forward for Bowling Green. There's Maya Dean with it again. Katie Cox back into the middle. Possession battle, and now Toledo will reset along the back line. Gruber tried to go forward, couldn't get it around Curry. Ball carried back to Shea. Dean forward to Wolfbauer. Out of play, throw in Toledo. Ball carried to Muller. Dieselhoff sends it out of play on the side. Toledo going to make another substitution. Anita Mancini in once again. Out of play, ball stays with the Rockets.
Substitution into the game for Toledo, number 6, Riley Michaels, for number 11, Betsy Booth.
Riley Michaels back in after a brief rest for the Rockets. Throw in into the box. Falcons trying to close off the attack. Dieselhoff back out. Another throw in for the Rockets. Trying to get the ball toward the middle of the field. Into the box. Berg regains possession of the ball off the bounce. Drop kick out across midfield. Buffet turns outside, able to get around Michaels. Back toward the middle goes Buffet. She'll have to get around another defender. Around Schultz, toward the middle. Deflected away. And a foul called on Wolfbauer. Sub for Bowling Green as Alberti comes in for Buffet.
Substitution into the game for the Falcons, number 22, Madison Alberti, for number 11, Lacey Buffet.
Dieselhoff going to throw in here. Katie Cox sent to the ground by Cahalan. Foul called. And now Dieselhoff will switch from throw-in to free kick. Maybe not the placement Dieselhoff wanted. Errant attempt at a pass from Muller. Shot. Berg, diving stop out to the left. And Toledo gonna have a corner. And what a good look that was.
Corner kick, Toledo.
Corner played in low. Lofted high. Berg jumps up to make the stop. Falcons trying to go quick. Berg with a roll to Ruber. Forward, handled by Spots. Leaves it off for Wolfbauer. Now Nikki Cox. Falcons trying to have an attack of their own. At their own end of the pinch. Out of play, last touch by Mayadeen. Another substitution for the Rockets. Ellie Poole back in after a brief rest. Alberti. Forward into the box. Butterwick not going to hesitate to pick that one up. Muller plays it out. Defending against Josefov.
Substitution into the game for the Rockets, number 15, Ashton Castle, for number 21, Grace
Ashton Castle comes back in. Throw in carries into the box. Poole near the middle. Shea was able to start the clearing process for Bowling Green. Wolfbauer going to try to pressure Butterwick. Alberti's touch ends up out of play. 12.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Nikki Cox gonna go outside to Spots. Spots catches up with it in stride. She'll make a move back toward the middle. Into the box. Toledo clears it away, ends up at the feet of Mayadeen. Wanted to go outside to Dieselhoff. Poole in that passing lane. Got it back for Toledo. Now Dult across midfield. She'll play it back, seeking help from McKenna Schultz. On the outside, Josefov again. Picked up by Muller. To the ground, foul called on Muller. Both players hard to the ground. And it'll be a free kick down near the corner. Bowling Green had one similar to this at their end of the field. Now Ashton Castle going to have an opportunity for Toledo. Backside into the box. Out of play, goal kick for Berg. Ball State has gone ahead in their match against Miami. 1-0. Cardinals over the Red Hawks. That matchup could have big implications in the seeding for Miami. Free kick from Shea. All the way forward. Found the head of Spots. Ruber's second attempt forward for Bowling Green. Out of play, throw in for the Rockets. Under 10 to play.
Substitution substitution sent to the game for Toledo, number 16. That's Medali in the game for number 9.
Mojo Medali back in the game for Toledo. And Stitch Curry also going to come back in. Foul on Bowling Green. Free kick Toledo. Free kick placement right in front of the Falcon bench. Ball in the box. Berg tries to come out to get it. Out of play, throw in Toledo. All Berg could do was try to swat it away from Ellie Poole. She did it successfully that time. Riley Michaels throw in short into the corner. Toledo in control. Alberti clears it out a little bit. Michaels in once again. This time toward the box. Curry tried to put one on the net. There's a shot from well deep. That one high over the net. Isabel Gilmore and Zoe Hudson come in for Bowling Green. In for Dieselhoff and Dean. Berg played out into the pile near midfield. Michaels battling with Alberti. Gilmore provides some Falcon help to Alberti. Alberti trying to find spots. Novak in the way. We recollected it and passed it on to Ashton Castle. Novak again along the sideline, out of play off Katie Cox. Ball skied into the air. Foul called on Spots. Edge of the box. First touch by Nikki Cox. Ball back out to Schultz. She'll go to Michaels. Michaels plays it back in. Falcons shut the door once again. Nikki Cox forward to Katie Cox. Sent to the ground, foul on Schultz. Jay forward. Wolfbauer got it on the ground. But Toledo able to turn it the other way. Nearing 5 minutes to play. Hudson with it, pass out of play. Very intense last day of the regular season. Another foul called there. That one going to go against Olivia Dalt. Every team trying to better their position going into the Mid-American Conference Tournament, making its return for the first time in 2 seasons. Into the box. Nice job by Castle to relieve the pressure for Toledo. Throw in for Bowling Green. Spots thought about taking it herself. She'll instead wait for Ruber to get to the far sideline. Ball State now up 2-0 over Miami. Possession battle in the middle. Ends up won by Toledo. Poole trying to get around Hudson. She recollects, trying to clear an avenue for a shot. She'll get one off. And Berg able to stop it with ease. Katie Cox forward, outside. Alberti trying to close in on it. Throw in Toledo. Michael's going to throw in. Ends up with Zoe Hudson. Now Nikki Cox trying to get it around Cahalan. Toledo gets the ball. Gilmore to Nikki Cox, around one defender. Now trying to get around Dalt. Olivia Dalt sticks the leg up in front of the pass and deflects the ball out of play. Gruber again throws in for Bowling Green. She'll get it back. Into the bench it went. Throw in Toledo. All the way forward into the box. Berg's there. Drop kick played away. Spots, then Katie Cox. Now Wolfbauer continuing the ball forward. Alberti trying to cut through 2 defenders. She goes to the ground. Butterwick hops on the ball with 90 seconds left in regulation. Back out near midfield. Through ball for Toledo, long, and into the box for Berg.
One minute remaining.
Foul called on Toledo. Now we'll get a clock stoppage and a card going to be issued to McKenna Schultz. 39 seconds left on the clock. And Bowling Green has a free kick that's going to be taken by Mackenzie Ruber.
Toledo yellow card number 33, McKenna Schultz.
Ruber into the box. On the backside, poked away by Butterwick. Hudson will try to keep it in. Ball still loose, coming outside the box now. Outside Poole. Plays it upfield, out to Muller. Muller into the middle for Wolfbauer. 15 seconds to play. Katie Cox will send it outside. Spot's on a run. 10 seconds to play. Spot's going to try to get it toward the middle. Not enough on it. Toledo will clear it out, and that will be the end of regulation. So after 90 minutes of play, it's not enough. Tied 0 apiece. And we'll take a short break, and we'll be back for overtime. And before we dive into that overtime period, we'll take you around the other games in the conference and update you on where everything stands as of now. 10-minute overtime. Golden goal applies. First team to score will win it. And if no score has been made in the first 10 minutes, as I say that, Ruby Linton in the box, trying to free up space to take a shot. She'll come back out to Nikki Cox, and Toledo takes it away. If no team scores in the first 10-minute overtime, there will be a second 10-minute overtime period. If there's no score at the end of that one, the game will end in a draw. Turned out of play. Throw in Rockets. Josefov into the box. Out of play, corner kick Toledo. Stitch Curry into the corner. Everyone piled together at the top of the box. Redirected back on goal. Berg to the ground to get in front of it. Ashton Castle tried to play it back on. Berg has it out near the top of the box. Free kick for Shea following the foul. Ball rolls through the box. Toledo plays it out. Throw in Dieselhoff. Dieselhoff. Nikki Cox. Linton. Nikki Cox. Shot off the bounce. Butterwick has to recollect. Off her chest. She had to extend back up and snag it out of the air. Another foul called along the far sideline. We'll give Bowling Green another free kick. This one taken by Ruber. Into the box. Wolfbauer to Bethea. Now on the ground, back to Cox. Cox tries to go to Bethea. Crossing pass, Wolfbauer on target. Butterwick makes the stop. Ball still loose in the box. Katie Cox near the top of the box. Now Toledo able to clear it out. A big chance there for Bowling Green. Halted by the keeper. Yellow card gonna go to Mackenzie Ruber. Along the side that time. Right in front of the Falcon bench. Free kick for Novak.
Bowling Green yellow card number 20, Mackenzie Ruber.
Wolfbauer pushing the ball back across midfield for Bowling Green. Toledo's back line resets it all. Linton catches up to it just before the ball reaches the sideline. Try to turn forward to Wolfbauer. To Halen. Looking outside. Toledo into the box. Deflected. And out of play. Goal kick for Berg. And that one dangerous, as it looked like Muller tried to clear it out and it deflected off of one of the Rockets. Marcy Clark in for the Rockets. Bethea tried to cut back into the middle. Now Gilmore has it for Bowling Green. Played away, couldn't thread the needle between two defenders. Rockets have it. Ball still loose. Linton with it. Outside, Deiselhoff gets around a defender. Space for Bowling Green. Deiselhoff toward the middle. Rockets close the door once again. Midnight Blue and Gold trying to get back on the winning side of things as the rivalry has lately favored Bowling Green. Bethea gets around the corner into the box for Bowling Green. Ball still loose in the middle. Linton going to try to turn a shot. There's a shot from Cox, and Bowling Green wins. They've walked it off in overtime. Nikki Cox gets her 5th goal of the season, and Bowling Green has mobbed the field, and Jimmy Walker, the first one there. Bowling Green knocks off Toledo and Nikki Cox. It's her 23rd goal in the brown and orange. Now Bowling Green will have to wait and see what happens between Kent State and Ohio. The Falcons have won this one. They've clinched at least a number 2 and a first-round bye. And you can bet that the team will wait in anticipation as they'll likely go back to the bench and watch the conclusion of that Kent State-Ohio game. What a win for Bowling Green in overtime. In what might have been, in what will be one of the final games of Nikki Cox's career in Cochrane Stadium. What a way to end it off with a walk-off winner in overtime. We'll look at the scoreboard from the Mid-American Conference one final time here before we send it away. Couple of games still going on in overtime, including that Kent State and Ohio match. Central Michigan and Eastern Michigan in overtime as well.
As it is, if they don't tie, we're second.
4:07 left on the clock, and Nikki Cox ended it all. Central Michigan and Eastern Michigan tied at 1 halfway through the first overtime period. Kent State and Ohio halfway through their first overtime as well, tied at 0. Ball State defeated Miami 2-0. And Buffalo defeated Akron 1-0. Western Illinois still going on as well. But of course that game will not have tournament implications. But that will do it for this one here. If you want more information on the Kent State-Ohio game, Ohio's streaming their games live on YouTube as well. Kent State versus Ohio women's soccer. You could also go to GetSomeAction.com to look at the scoreboard from around the conference. But for this one, that will do it. Falcons knock off Toledo. Another chapter in the Battle of I-75 ends in Bowling Green victory.